Welcome to Girona in Spain for a do-or-die final regular season game of the season between Girona and Lens. 3 of the 4 places from Group B in the EuroLeague Women Playoffs have been decided, but our game here tonight is huge. A win for Girona would enable them to lock down that 4th spot and take the final place in the quarterfinals. As you can see at the moment, they sit in 5th. A loss here would see them stay in that position and move across to FIBA Euro Cup. So a big night for Girona. For Lens, they know their fate. They're already moving across to Euro Cup and exiting FIBA Women's EuroLeague. However, I'm sure they'll be fighting for the win to take some momentum ahead of them. You see the Lens coaching staff in close conference prior to the start of the game, as is the coaching staff for Girona. Lens, well, they've had a mixed season. After a relatively good start to their EuroLeague Women campaign, the wheels fell off on game day 6, and that started a 5-game losing streak for them. That said, they snapped that on game day 9 against Gdańsk and are now riding a 3-game winning streak. They'll want to bow out of EuroLeague Women on a high and take some momentum into the Euro Cup when they move across to the quarterfinals of that competition. As for Girona, well, if you zoom back to mid-January, Girona were nearly a lock to make it to the playoffs, but that's where things started to wobble for them. A loss against the ever-impressive Fenerbahce sparked a 3-game losing slide. However, they snapped that one just in time with a win against Gdańsk last week. All the pressure is on the shoulders of the Girona team to win and go through, or a lose and leave. Simple situation, no maths to be done. Just the task of winning it, and I'm sure assistant coach Burnett and the team are ready to be a bit of party poopers here in Spain this evening. We're used to just limited numbers in the stands here for this game, but I'm sure they're going to make plenty of noise as we wait for the away team to be introduced to the crowd. Bit of a mixed bag this season. Put in big performances against some of Europe's biggest powerhouses. This has included wins over Fenerbahce, over Sopron, being the top 2 teams in Group B. It shows that they can really mix it up with the biggest and the best in Europe, but inconsistency has been their problem, and primarily it's been stemming from the defensive end, where they've really struggled, conceding over 75 points a game, and only the bottom side in Group B, Gdańsk, have conceded more than they have per game. Let's see if they can lock down their defence a little bit more effectively here tonight against Girona. Plenty of talent in the Lens lineup. Plenty of talent in the player intros as well, as we see some moves from Shelly. Smiles on the faces, and the pressure to a certain degree is off Lens. They know where they're headed. They've secured their place in the Euro Cup. I'm sure they'll want the win as the home team are now introduced. Last time Girona faced up against Lens, they came out on top. It's back in game day 6. Girona came away with a 9-point win on the road in that one. And to be fair, Girona have been competitive in almost every single EuroLeague winning game this season. And you combine this with an impressive 15-3 record domestically, this is shaping up to be a stellar season for the Spanish side. Coaching staff meeting on the half, the last of the pleasantries out of the way between the 2 teams as they get ready to go to battle here in the arena. They're entering their final preparations now. As I said, no real pressure on Lens. They'll want to leave the competition on a high. They certainly won't want to pick up a loss. That will drag some of their momentum down. They're 2nd in the league in France, chasing Bourges at the moment. So every win keeps them heading in the right direction. really come into our own this season for long. Experience in the Spanish side though for Girona. A few minutes away now from the opening tip here. What a regular season we've had. Just 2 games left to chalk up in the book. In fact, 3 in total. Got the game against Riga and Zegzard at the moment. Zegzard 2 points up in that one on the road. Got a game here this evening, and then tomorrow the EuroLeague Women's regular season finishes off as BLMA take on Avenida. Comes in Montpellier. That will be the regular season done. We'll just have to look forward to the quarter-finals coming up in a few weeks' time. Up to 3.5 minutes now until the opening tip. Officials for this evening are Sonia Bachele from Portugal, Diogo Martins from Portugal, and James Dominique from Gibraltar. Officiating crew for what is set to be a big game, plenty on the line, plenty at stake. In fact, you can get much more than this. Girona's survival in the competition is on the line tonight. Coach Julve, who, as with many coaches, loves these one-and-done situations, will revel in the pressure that brings up. What so many pro players and pro coaches live for. They love that pressure. They love being able to fight in games like this where everything is at stake. There's our officiating crew, as I said, top-notch crew for the big game here in town in Girona. They're ready to go. Players are a couple of minutes now before the opening tip here. Final hype music ringing out around the arena, getting the teams ready. See the teams return to their benches to have some final instructions from the coaching staff. For Girona, Kennedy Burke has been near unstoppable at times this season, averaging 19.6 rebounds a game. In the front court, look out for Rebecca Gardner. Tricky matchup on both ends of the floor. That will probably be the 1-2 punch for Girona. Here's a starting 5 for Long. Bocute, Remy, Harmon, Charlie and Margariti. Impressive 5, that's for sure. 5 that can get the job done here this evening, can come away with the win and be the party poopers, can upset it. And Coach Valette has made it clear how important this is. There's the starting 5 for Girona: Palau, Garner, Gardner and Burke. Plenty of talent coming off the bench for Coach Julve as well. The arena announcer gets the crowd hyped for the game. Coach Balen knows that nothing really rides on today's game, but should have also instilled it into a team that a win is still important. Momentum is a big thing in basketball. Interesting to have 2 coaches with very different mindsets. Some final warm-ups from the players, and usually come back out onto the floor with final details being sorted in the arena, as you would expect. Palau for Girona, 42-year-old holding court there in that huddle at the other end of the floor. plenty of experience, 2 times EuroLeague women champion. She knows how to get it done, and she's going to try and talk her team through this process. The other end of the floor, another veteran, Gillian Harmon, 34 years of age. Kiwi has been there, done that, playing a bit more of a role these days. 22 minutes a game. 6 points and nearly 8 rebounds a game. Technical issues in the arena at the moment. That's why the players have gone back to their warm-up. The officials have told them it will be a few moments until the game can be started. But what a season we've had. We get to the end of the regular season. Natural to look back, and some huge games, some massive performances around EuroLeague women this season. The 4 teams from Group A have already been decided. Yekaterinburg, Praha, Avenida and Montpellier have secured their places in the quarterfinals. Manarea and Riga will head to the Eurocup quarterfinals. Within Group B, Fenerbahce, Sopron and Kursk already with their tickets through to the quarterfinals. We're just waiting for that final spot to be decided. Will it be Girona making their way through? Will it be Schio? The Italian team, I'm sure, are all sitting around the TV checking this game out. I think they've got a whole host of new Girona fans based in Italy, if just for one night. I'm sure they're on the edge of their seats right now watching this one. Girona wins, Schio will move into Eurocup women. Whereas if Lens win here this evening, Schio will take that final place in the quarterfinals of EuroLeague women. And Girona will join Lens in the Eurocup women quarterfinal. 4 teams not making it through to either the Eurocup or EuroLeague women quarterfinals are NBA Moscow, Zegzad, Galatasaray and Gdania. Big seasons for all of them. Zegzad the only team not to register a win. However, they're pushing hard at the moment against Riga in their final game. Currently trailing by just 3 points. It'll be interesting to see how this delayed start is affecting the players. Psychological strength more than physical strength, moments like this, the unexpected coming your way. Coaching staff will have you prepared and better prepared throughout the entire week. They'll have worked out every moment of build up to the game, what it looks like. Then to have a bit of a spanner thrown in the works can, for some players, cause big problems. For others, kind of block it out. They almost go into automatic. They lock out any changes, any pressure that builds. Doesn't affect them, don't register it, just on autopilot right now as they enter their final preparations. Got a few technical difficulties to overcome here in the arena. Players are going about their business. You would expect some of the best players in the world to do. Just locking in on the job ahead of them. Girona, the job's pretty straightforward. They have to come out and get the win. They want to continue in EuroLeague women this season. This was looking pretty calm. Well, there's technical people running around right now to find some solutions to the problems we're facing. You can see the reaction from Coach Gulbey. Sure, he's overly pleased with the delay to the start, but he's experienced enough. He's been around the basketball world at the highest levels. He knows these things happen and that it's about dealing with it. He has his team quite relaxed, the majority of them pretty relaxed at the moment, just continuing with their warm-up. will be interesting to see how this impacts the first quarter. Will either team come out a little bit slower due to this unexpected delay to game? Can the team capitalise on this and open out a lead? The feeling the team that rides this adversity the best could potentially have a real advantage in the first quarter. Team struggles to get going, is a little bit slow out of the blocks. Could be a problem. We're into a minute countdown until tip-off now. It's always good to see the clock getting restarted again. We enter the final seconds, building up to the biggest game of the season for Girona, that's for sure. Wouldn't have felt pressure like this so far this season. Do or die game. And they're ready to go. Lawn, Coach Balen, getting the final words of advice across to her team. No pressure on them. Go out and play your game, enjoy the last game of EuroLeague Women for you this season. That'll be the message from the Lawn coaching team. Moments away from the opening tip. Just a reminder, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with EuroLeague Women, the best way is get out your devices, get your phones out, download the EuroLeague Women app. It's available on Android and iOS, so no excuses. Doesn't matter what device you've got, you can get it downloaded. It's completely free, and it'll bring you all the latest news and views, loads of videos and highlights going through it. And you can follow along live with the box score in real time as we progress through our game here this evening. Starting fives on the floor, ready to go. And we're underway. Final game of the regular season here in Group B. Girona taking on Lawn. A place in the quarterfinals at stake for Girona. Quick move to the basket. Finds a way. That's a great opening lead from Rebecca Gardner. She gets her scoring tally underway quickly. Need her to perform to her highest level here this evening. He hands it off. Gariti looking to go to work, takes it down into the low block. Couple of fakes, but good defense from Girona. That one was all over Margariti. That will be a turnover on the shot clock violation. A great start to the game for the Czech big. Slightly inconsistent this year, had huge games, including 17 points against Sopron back in game day 8, but overall, averaging just shy of 10 points a game. Still plenty of development to be had, though, for the 23-year-old. Another strong move, and Girona look like they're in a rhythm early on. Could be a worry for Long. Oh, nice pass inside, a little bit too hot to handle. Get their first score of the game. That will settle some nerves from Lawn. And he getting the score and forcing the turnover as well. Gariti found the ball. Quite a pace to the opening exchanges here between these two teams. Interesting to see who that will favour as the game progresses. Oops. Has it stolen away. It's not back over the half. Sensibly she waits for it to go over, just to confirm with the official that there's not going to be a back court. There's the pass. Margariti hits the elbow jumper. Gives Lawn their first lead of the game. Burke now looking to go back to the basket. Kicks it out. Vingarova hands it off. Gardner goes inside, gets the score. Sorry, Gamer gets the score. Oops, goes inside, no good. She's going to draw the foul though. Going to be whistled against Burke. First is good from the free throw line. 82% from the free throw line so far this season for the 21-year-old, and what a year she's having. 12 months, she was part of the French team, picked up the bronze at the Tokyo Olympics. 21 years of age. Strong drive to the basket. Can't draw the foul. The defense is good from Long. They bring it back with a little bit of sauce added on top into the hands of Oami, and she gets the score. Another three. Long take out an early 4-point lead, which is not going to help the nerves for Girona and their fans. You can almost sense it in the arena that the fans are a little bit fidgety about the game at the moment. Some anxiety. Picks it out into the hands of Zingarova. Too heavy-handed with that one. Rebound into the hands of Fotux, and she's going to bring it back again in transition. Hands it off. The pass is a bit loose, but well controlled. Margariti gets the score. And just like that, Long's lead is at 6 with another interception. This time, Harmon. When the pass is a little bit behind. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Harmon. Long will reset and bring that one to the top. Goops drives inside. Right hand floater is good. Gets the score, and straight away Kojulbe is forced into a timeout. What a start by Lond on the road. Nothing to play for, the pressure off. And that seems to be the way they like it. Replay there of the final score from Fotux. Into the timeout. Let's jump into the huddle and hear what Coach Julbe has to say.
We never had 14 points in 3 minutes and a half. Okay, there is concentration. Nothing to say about the offense because all day were good shots. But transition defense is get back and organization. And let's say Kennedy has a problem. Then 4 on 5, we can do a lot more things to provide that second and a half that Kennedy needs. 4 on 5 is not someone completely alone. Okay? Go.
Girona looked to start the game well, but before you know it, Lond really did start piling it on, finding some easy scores in the first few minutes of this game. That's given them unbelievably impressive lead so far. Not what the form book would have suggested. I suppose this is what pressure plays. Lond, no pressure. They know their fate. As for Girona, they're still fighting for their lives in EuroLeague Women. That extra bit of pressure, part of the reason Lond lead by 8 points with just over 3.5 minutes gone in the game. Work hard to get Zingarova open. She's going to go to work back to the basket, loses the handle, and that'll be a turnover possession. Girona aren't happy, but the officials eventually went in favour of the French team. Look at the replay, see if we can see. I think that's the right call. Yeah, Harmon got her hands in, but it's clearly off for Zingarova, either a leg or off her hand going out. Long inbound pass. Oni comes back out. Ajay Polo come into the game for the first time for Long. Foul's going to be called. I think that one's going to be on Gardner off the ball. Working exceptionally hard to try and contain Mariana Polo. second foul of the game. Both of them called on Girona, as we see another change with Harmon going to the bench. Into the game comes Frida Abega. For Girona, they'll make a change as well as Labuskini comes in. Wayne gets her first taste of the action this evening. Good ball movement. Ajay slightly off right, and Ring rattles that one away. Burke now, nice pass, draws the foul. Great combination between Burke and Gardner, and we've seen that time and time again this season. There's the pass, the vision, the cut. Gardner with a little pump fake to draw the contact. Disappointed she didn't get the and one play though, but she'll head to the free throw line. Certainly efficient from the free throw line, 81% so far this season. See more changes for Lorne. Sherry comes out. Tinovic comes in. Gardner hits her first. And her second. Even bother the net with the quality of that free throw shooting. Girona now moving into a 2-2-1 zone press. Well executed so far, but Lorne find a way through it. Stolen away, and that's what the press will do to you. Almost a good outlet, but that one is read beautifully by Kasinovic. On the trail, strong move to the basket, doesn't get the score though. Didi Abega just comes up short with that attempt. The defense worked hard enough for her. Dramer, that's the score. Dramer's first score of the game. Sorry, second score of the game. And he go to the corner. And Girona's defense seems to have picked up the pace quite a bit here since they've come out of that timeout. Certainly paying off. They only trail by 4 now. Shot clock running out. The shot gets away, but it's a little bit shy with the finger roll off the glass. Girona back the other way now. Flores feeds the post. Burke going to work in the low post. Great defense, but the foul is called. Sida Abega whistled for the foul. Kennedy Burke hits the floor pretty hard. Let's look at the move. It's the drop step, and it's just that step forward from Sida Abega. Just needs to stay upright. She doesn't need to come forward and overcommit. Lawns certainly are rotating heavily. Cardinal comes into the game. That's pretty much their entire roster, I think, now has experienced some of the action. And we're only 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. Burke connects with both from the free throw line. Girona continue with the press. It paid dividends on the last possession. What will they drop back into? Looks like they're dropping into a man when they fall out of the 2-2-1. Ajay for options. Wants something into the corner. Tinovic puts it up. Shot clock expiring. Let's see who that's off. That's off the leg of Labuskine. Let's have a look. No, it's not, is it? It's off the leg of Pagé. Pagé. A little bit cheeky there, putting her hand up asking for the possession. In fact, maybe she's admitted to it. She has. She's put her hands up and said, no, it was off my leg. A great piece of sportsmanship that absolutely should be applauded. Girona ball on the baseline, an opportunity to tie the game or take the lead. They trail by just 2 minutes gone so far here in the first quarter. Out to the wing, the three goes up, that one's short. Oh, what a rebound. Good work by Araujo. Over the top for the rebound. Oh, behind the back, gets the shot away, but takes a shot to the face as she does. Leia Flores with the move. Let's have a look. There's the behind the back, but she takes some serious contact. Change being made as we see Pagé head to the bench. Again, lots of changes for Lorne. Agariti comes into the game as Does. Flores at the line. Been at the line many times this season and shot 50% prior to this evening's game. Getting a little over 5 points a game, the Spanish guard. Gets the score, maybe more importantly, averaging 4 rebounds and just over 2 assists a game. And once again, Girona sit in a zone press, the 2-2. And if anything, worst case, it's burning some of the clock for long. So Dukes into the low post to Margarite, almost out of bounds though. Got put down to 7. Oh, and good play by Dukes. Looks to split the defense. Doing so causes Labuskine to foul her. Let's have a look. Again, it's that right arm from Labuskine looking to reach in and get the steal, but contact instead. Strong move to the basket, no good, and Tinovic really trying hard. Thought she had the making in the low post. Got pay dividends this time though. Drive along the baseline, looks to use the glass, but the defense for Margarite is really up there with it. Stolen away, good outlet, should be an easy score. Misses first attempt, blocked on the second attempt, and good hustle defense by Lawn. Araujo not able to get what should have been a relatively easy score. Margarite on the first attempt, helped in the end by Kolu. Will be awarded, I think, the block on that one. She is. Oh, in fact, Margarite's been awarded the block. I don't think that's fair. Wide open from the wing. Oh, nails the long bomb. Silence in the crowd with that one. For Dukes. Drains nothing but net from range. Being launched their 3-point lead back. Back the other way, she can't this time. Rebound pulled down by Lawn, and when they're out in transition, they look really, really good. Another foul called on Labuskine. 2 quick fouls for her. So far, I would say that Girona's opportunity in this game is to slow down Lawn, get them into the half court, try and reduce some of the shot clock by playing some press defense. When Lawn get out in transition, when they're open and free-flowing, they look far more aggressive and potent offensively. Both good from the line for Dukes. 5-point lead for the French team now. A little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and it really has been a whirlwind first quarter here in Girona. Mendy. I think there, she's going to wait for some options on the wing. Nice drive to the basket, tries to pull up. Elderbrink gets the score. Rita Elderbrink, one of the stars of this team. She struggled though. The first game in EuroLeague Women since November. Went out with a big injury. She's come back in a perfect time for Girona. Nice steal away, good hands by Labuskine. Into the hands of Palau. Mendy calling for the screen, not going to use it, draws the foul from the Hooks instead. 4th foul for Lawn in the quarter. So next foul will send Girona to the free throw line. Another change from Lawn, back into the game, Shelly. Out of the game comes Tinovic. Long shot, no good again. Girona really struggled from outside so far in today's game. Strong move to the basket, draws the foul, can't get the score. Margarite working hard for Lawn. 2 points to a name. 4 rebounds though. She Really is putting a shift in already. Draws the foul. Easy for the officials to call. She'll be slightly disappointed she didn't get the score. She's good from the free throw line. Big scorer for Lond this season, as I put the commentator's curse on her, averaging 13 points and 9.8 rebounds a game. The second to drop. Like Lond are going to repay the favour with a 2-2-1 press of their own. This is slightly looser. Burn a little bit of Girona's shot clock off. Beautiful screen by Girona. Oh, lovely backdoor cut, backdoor pass. Should have gone to the basket there. Mendy really. That's a strong move. Rebounding battle is going to be won by Girona. Rojo really putting a shift in on the glass. Drive to the basket's no good for Elderbrink. Oh, and they get another opportunity, and Lond really do need to take control of their defensive boards. Girona just having it all their own way on the offensive glass at the moment. Can't afford to give a team the quality of Girona that many opportunities. Rojo at the line for two. One of the team won the Spanish Cup last season for Girona. Is the second. Once again, the offensive rebound is almost secured by Girona. Instead, Lond out at the races. What a pass! Unbelievable vision. Absolutely beautiful transition offense. Botooks with the laser pinpoint pass. And the finish for Shali. Lond out to a 5-point lead. Final possession of this first quarter here for Girona. Elderbrink looks to go to the basket, kicks it to the corner, shot goes up, no good, and that will be the end of the first quarter. And if the nerves were a little bit jangling prior to the game, Girona's nerves are jangling even more now. 10 minutes down, and the team with no pressure on them, Lond, are in control. At the end of the first quarter, the home team Girona 17, our visitors Lond with 22. Shooting percentages from that first quarter, and you only have to look at the three-point shots to see where the difference is. Girona 0 from 5, Lond 3 from 6. There's your difference. Girona really struggling from outside. It's not that they're getting bad attempts from outside. They've just struggled to find their range so far from the perimeter.
Passionate, ambitious, elite,
verbunden, united,
inspirerend,
competitiva,
ambiciozna,
stylish,
powerful,
diverse,
diferente,
beraber, inspiring.
And what a first 10 minutes of action. The fans in the arena were nervous beforehand. I can't imagine where they're at right now. 10 minutes down, their team trailed by 5. They started the game well. They looked to be comfortable and confident in the opening exchanges, but Lond seemed to find another gear. They got out in transition. They got some easy scores. And because they have no pressure, they're playing their style of basketball at the tempo they want to play. The Girona, the biggest move of the first quarter. Pass, unbelievable vision by Botooks, but the biggest move of the first quarter for Girona, without a shadow of a doubt, was moving to a 2-2-1 press. It slowed Lond down. Lond struggled to score in the half court, and that really dragged Girona back into the game. In fact, gave them the lead in the game, but Lond once again, their foot down on the gas pedal and pulled away somewhat. Botooks now hands it off to May. Patience here by Lond. Shot clock down to 7 though. Shoots the ball well. Harmon now looking to battle away. She's going to have to put up a prayer. Shot clock expires. That one's no good. Got the shot away, but it was after the shot clock expired. That's what I was talking about. Lens don't look so comfortable when they're forced to play half-court offense. For Girona, if your coach Julbe, that's the key. They play some tough-nosed transition defense, force Lens to play half-court basketball. They once again become favourites to pick up the win here. Allow, long two. Comes up short, rebound by Harmon. She gets tied up by Gardner. Gardner claiming she was out of bounds, but the whistle was blown before Harmon fell out of bounds. Possession indicator still points towards Girona though. Shot goes up, that one's no good. Rebound falls easily into the hands of Lens. They can get something going in the half court right now. The French team have struggled when the game slowed down. Armand looks to isolate. Use a pivot, but the defense is good from Zingarova. Comes out, shot goes up and he's good. Big shot from Romay. He's up to 9 points personal now. Perfect from the field. 3 from 3 so far for her. Oh, that's a big rebound by Zingarova. Once again, Girona trying to own the offensive glass. Lead out to 8 points. Girona struggling offensively right now. Scoring the second quarter. Another shot goes up. Thankfully that one's off left for Girona. That really would put some nerves into the fans in the stands. That would have given Lens their first double-digit lead of the game. Gamer. Oh, throws it away. Great steal. Out at the races. Easy two off the glass. This time for Cherie. And that is the first double digit of the lead of the game, for Lens. Girona at the moment don't look to have any answers for what they're facing. The Italian fans of Schiodo are watching this broadcast, are enjoying what they're seeing so far. Wonderful play though, Zingarova just locking down the defense, using that drop step to seal her out and getting the score. Shot goes up from range. Oh, string music from distance. Boutux nails the dagger. She's up to 10 points personal, leading all scorers. First player to double digits. And the turnover as the offensive foul is called. Zingarova, allow heads to the bench. Flores comes back in. Veteran Palau, she doesn't have any answers, and she knows at the moment the game is slipping away. Lens lead by 11. Great ball movement by Lens, so fluid offensively. That's a team that's purely in sync. It's going to be a kickball violation off the foot of Gamer, so shot clock will reset out to 14 for Lens. Harmon looking for some space to open up, drives to the basket, gets the score. Gillian Harmon with the strong move. Oh, and how big is that score? Much needed score for Girona. Flores from downtown brings Lens lead back down to just 10 points. Stolen away. Oh, what hands! Zingarova out of the races. Gets the score. Just like that, Girona are getting back into the game, and that's the key with this Spanish team. They have the ability to score in bundles. Defensively, can they lock out Lawn? It's stolen away, goes to the hardwood. Wonderful play by Flores. Sacrificing the body to the floor to get the possession. Girona MC certainly enjoying that one. Fine ball again for Girona as we see a change. Cardinal coming into the game as Paget comes out for Lawn. So much young talent on show for this French team. Cardinal just 19 years old. Cida Abega 19. Romay, 18 years old. Shelly 20 years old. Unbelievable depth of young talent that the French team has. Thanks to the coaching staff, turns them into an exceptionally competitive, really brilliant team. Gardner drives inside, the door's closed on those, so she has to come back out. Shot clock down to 8 now. Zingarova starting to go to work. That one comes up short. Good defense by Harmon in the end for Lawn. Stolen away. Burke read that one. The pass was telegraphed considerably. Oh, and that is a tough play by Burke. Fading away from the basket, eventually sliding off court on her backside. But stays focused, stays with the play, gets the score high off the glass and forces Coach Balen into her first timeout of the game. Wonderful play. Let's see this one again, going coast to coast. Only one thing on her mind as she goes strong. Concentrates, doesn't take her eye off the goal. Gets the score. And brings Girona back within 6 points now of Lawn. Let's jump into this huddle, hear what they have to say.
And he's posting up. Whenever they give us a good chance to reverse the switch, we are concentrated on that. It's not a matter of a last moment. Okay, now we press. Run and jump is from the beginning. Run and jump philosophy until the end. Good. Just that one time. And press. Get back. Nothing is. Don't be locked and here and there. Don't allow each thing. Just don't allow it to be.
Girona in the ascendancy in the last few minutes after a very slow start to this second quarter. They've turned things around. That's the thing with Girona. Have so many scorers in their roster that a big lead is never enough. We're finding that out as their lead has been trimmed back to just 6. Foul is going to be called. That one on Labuscine. I think that may be her third foul. Just be her second. Shoots. Cida Abega just drains the shot. 19 years old, but there's ice flowing through her veins. No pressure for that one. Long back up to a 9-point lead. The lane opens up. Surely an offensive foul. Let's see what the official calls. No! Blocking foul called. Oh, at one end, Cida Abega. The villain at the other. Yeah, it's the right call. Nowhere near stationary. Still sliding across. 3-point play now available for Flores. Comes up short. Their personal points haul sticks at 7. Running some Horns offense. Very intricate paths for the players to lead through that long offense. They seem to know where they're going. That one's stolen away though. Good quick hands by Magali Mendy. Foul's going to be called on Sinovic. Gets drawn in with that ever so faint shot fake from Elderbrink. How many players she's drawn fouls off with that move in her illustrious career. Strong baseline drive. Great defense though by Margheriti. Long shot, no good. Jasinovic will scoop up the easy rebound. All deep down in the paint. It's always tough to defend when you're on the wrong side, that low in the paint. But Girona do a good job of it. Burke comes back the other way. She seems just a glimmer of light in the lane and looks to exploit it. Kennedy Burke all over. Really doesn't need a full opportunity. The glimmer of a score and she'll attack it. That's exactly what she does there. As we see Cardinal head to the bench. She's good with the first of her two. And the second, and you feel like Girona's nerves are somewhat calming now. They drop into a 1-2-1-1 zone press, but quite loose. Quite happy just to try and burn some of Lawn's clock off, and that's a smart move. Leger goes inside. Margheriti leaves the pivot, but she's not careful. Double dribble's going to be called on her. I'm loving the zone presses from Girona. It's not about stealing the ball, it's just about slowing Lawn down. It's clear that Lawn are struggling to create as easily in the half court as they are when they're free flowing in transition. Flores now. Shot goes up. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by Flores. Throws it back out. Oh, nice cut to the basket, and the pass is good. Foul's going to be called as Labuskine could not quite connect. Easy call for the officials on the foul. Sinovic clearly leaving her arm in. Send Labuskine to the free throw line. Just 61% from the free throw line so far this season. It's the first of her two. The score in tonight's game. She averages 4 points a game, but also 4 rebounds. Misses a second as well. That will be long ball as Burke barrels in for the offensive rebound. Can only knock it out of bounds though. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Lawn still holding a 5-point lead. Do remember, Girona have to win this to stay in EuroLeague Women. Harmon, no good. Rebound pulled down. Strong move. Shari with the 2. Every time Girona fight their way back into it, Lawn seem to find a way just to keep them at arm's length. For one more possession. Oh, beautiful, intricate offense. Looked like the foul. Nothing given, though. And Harmon will bring it away for Lawn. And again, in transition, they get the easy score. Girona's defense just is not watertight when playing run-and-gun basketball. Margheriti with the ball, with the score on that attempt. That takes her up to 5 points personal. The score at the other end is even bigger. Mendy gets the big score, brings Girona back to within 6. So Coops now hands it off to Paget. Paget for three. In and out. Rebound battle and the fight between Harmon and Burke continues to bubble under. LeBrun hands it back. Flores now. Inside for her. 5 out at the moment. Taking a step back, feeds it inside. Shot clock expires. Didn't get a shot away in time though. That will be a turnover possession and roles reversed as Girona struggling the half-court offense for one of the first times this game. Rooney back into the action for Lorne. Shari now, going up against Mendy. Good handles by Shari. The pass leaves a lot to be desired though. Oh, and just as Coops comes away with it. Jump ball is called. It will be in favour of Lorne this time. Timeout's being called by Lorne. They lead by 6, a little under a minute to play here in the first half. Let's jump into the French huddle, hear what Coach Balen has to say.
Ok, Marine, t'es là. Non, pas Marine. Les gars, tu as une passe au bazar, d'accord? Ici, on a Marine. Tolo, you here. Work for receiving the ball. D'accord, on a Jill. And we have Kendra. Okay, Marine, you start here. You come stand down screen to Jill. Okay? Jill using this way. D'accord? But what I want is this screen for Kendra this way. Pass over. Okay? After in defense, we are switching situation. On ball, we switch. Okay, we pick. Let's go. Let's go, girl. Go basket. Let's go.
As you would expect from a coach of the quality of Julie Balen. Pretty calm, cool, collected timeout. Look at details that are being adjusted as we enter the final minute, and that's not what she'll have drawn up. An instant interception for Girona. And the opportunity, narrow Lorne's lead heading into the halftime locker room. Andy to the other side, drives inside, no good. Big rebound though by Palau. She'll go the other way, draw the foul. And the veteran will head to the free throw line. So how many years are left? There can't be many. 42 years of age now. Baya Palau. Second spell at Girona. This is the stat that gets me when we talk about the quality of Palau. 27 trophies in a 19-year career. Unbelievable statistics. 27 winners' medals in her trophy cabinet at home. That is something that only players dream about when they start out on their careers. The first of her two. Hasn't shot particularly well this season from the free throw line, just 57% prior to tonight's game. Palau. Connects with both in the important moments of today's game. Lorne's lead is down to just 4 points now. Rumey brings it up over the half. A 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Looks like Girona are sitting in a 1-3-1 zone. Look for the corners. There's the corner, not quick enough ball movement to get it there though. Oh, and great defense by Girona. Poor offense by Lorne as Coops throws it out. weakness of the 1-3-1 is those corners, but after the initial phase of play, there was no one spotting the corners for Lawn. Strong move to the basket, comes up short though, 3 seconds remaining, foul's going to be called. Girona are not in the penalty though, so that foul on Zingarova is not going to result in free throws. Easy for the officials to call Zingarova just falling on top of Margariti. And they get shot away, they cannot, and that will be the end of the first half action. Some nervous applause in the arena, understandably so. The home team, everything on the line. They have to win here tonight to keep their EuroLeague women's season alive. And at the halfway stage, it doesn't look great. Girona 35, Lawn 39. Your shooting percentages, and Girona really have struggled from outside, just 2 from 11, whilst Lawn have hit over half, shooting over 50% from range. And that really has been one of the keys to Lawn being in the game and holding this 4-point lead at half-time on the road. First half, we've had a real battle here in Spain. Nothing to lose for Lawn. They know their destiny. They're headed to Euro Cup quarter-finals. As for Girona, they want to stay in EuroLeague women, and to do so, they've got to pick up the win. They trail by 4 at the half here in Spain on their home floor. Some of the credit has to go to Boots for Lawn. She's leading all scorers, 10 points and 4 assists. Just behind her with 9 points is Romy. For Girona, their leading scorer is, as you would expect, Kennedy Burke. She has 8 points and 4 rebounds. Flores has 7 points and 2 rebounds. But at the halfway stage here in Girona, it's a tight game. The underdogs in tonight's game, Lawn, currently have the lead on the road. Half-time here. The final game of the regular season here in Group B. A place in the quarterfinals at stake for Girona. And at the halfway stage, it's Girona 35, Lawn 39. Make sure you come back and join me all for the second half action coming up very shortly.
I seguidament, el president de l'Spar Girona, farà entrega a la Fundació Escola Esportiva Girona Est el val dels premis durant aquests dies. I això és gràcies a vosaltres que ho heu fet possible. Moltes gràcies a vosaltres. Un fort aplaudiment per tots ells.
35-39 a Fontejau. Girona, que perdia de 13 davant d'un bàsquet Landes, que ha ofert un molt bon bàsquet ofensiu en la primera meitat. Recordin que l'Uni Girona, si supera aquesta jugadora, serà quart del seu grup definitivament i anirà als quarts de l'Eurolliga per jugar contra el Yekaterinburg. Si perd, Girona s'anirà als quarts de la Eurocup. Nacho Solozábal, primera meitat. Està clar que hi ha hagut més encert per part del bàndol visitant.
Doncs sí, si mirem els llançaments globals de tirs de 2 i de 3, 11 de 36 del Girona és un 30%, 30 i escaig, i el Landes ha fet un 14 de 24, un 58%, destacat aquest 6 de 9 des de la línia de 3, de l'equip francès un 2 d'11 del Girona. És cert que el Girona després ha llançat molts més tirs lliures, 11 de 15 gairebé, un 30 i escaig % dels punts des d'aquesta distància, 3 faltes personals, sobretot en acció de llançament. Coses a millorar. Hi ha estadístiques que són molt bones, perquè és cert que ha errat, però ha recuperat 11...
Reduce the deficit to just 4 points. Rondo, no pressure on their shoulders, win or lose. They know that they're on their way to the quarterfinals of Eurocup Women's. Naline Dukes is leading the way for the French team. She's got 10 points, 2 rebounds and 4 assists. Just behind her is Rumi with 9 points. As for Girona, they're being led by Kennedy Burke, who has 8 points, 4 rebounds, and Flores has 7 points to her name. We're now a few moments away from the start of the second half here. This is the penultimate game of the regular season. It's the last game in Group B. There's one more game in Group A tomorrow, as BLMA will take on Avenida tomorrow evening. Earlier this evening we had 2 games as Ekaterinburg beat NBA 104-65 and Riga sneaked a 1-point win against Zegzard. Zegzard leaving EuroLeague Women's without a win, 0-14. That's a tough season for them in European competition. For Riga, they'll move on to the Euro Cup Women's. But back to our game here in Spain, in Girona. Final instructions being passed on by the coaching staff, Coach Baren, making sure her team know exactly what she wants them to execute in the second half. The 5 that are going to take to the floor have some final comments led by the veteran that is Frida Eldebrink. A reminder, the best way to stay up to date with EuroLeague Women is to download the app. So they've got their phones out. I'm sure they've got it on their phones right now. You can download it from either iOS or Android Play stores or the App Store. Keep you up to date and follow the real-time statistics along with this game. Second half action underway here in Girona. The home team Girona trail by 4 to the French side Londres in the final game of the regular season here in Group B. Zingarova going to work. Rebound pulled down one-handed by Kendra Cherie. Into the low post. Margariti goes to work, gets the score, and this is how Londres started the second quarter. They were able to establish a double-digit lead in that second quarter before Girona woke up, battled their way back into the game. Burke from outside, she comes up short. What boxing out by Tolo. No chance of Girona getting that rebound. She'd have boxed out the entire team. Great interception this time by Gardner. Changes direction a couple of times, draws the foul off Paget. Gardner will head to the line for 2 free throws. Great play by Gardner in the transition, pulling Paget left and right, causing her not really next with the first from the free throw line. And the second. Oh, Balen looks on. She'd love to spoil the party here in Girona. Paget. Girona sit back in a 1-3-1. Corners of the key. Swinging it from one side to the other. That's exactly the way to break a 1-3-1 zone. Shali, the lucky recipient from a beautiful bounce pass across the lane. Not sure we'll see Girona drop into a 1-3-1 many more times. Oh, and that's another big score. Worrying sights for Londres if you see a player of the skill level and explosiveness of Rebecca Gardner starting to warm up offensively. Just her third bucket of the game. The back buckets though. Paget comes back out. Margarite, Shelley. No good this time. Oh, what hustle under the glass. Tolo gets another offensive board and draws the foul. She'll head to the free throw line, and almost a reverse of the first half. Girona dominating the offensive boards. Long giving them a little bit of their own medicine there. Shelley. Tolo going hard to the glass. Polo gets the first to drop. World Cup bronze medalist for Australia back in 2014, won silver medal at the Asia Cup in 2017, so tons of experience for Mariana Polo. Gardner, step back jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down once again by Polo. Fifth rebound of the game. Romay. Interior pass, and the foul is going to be called on Gardner. Sideline possession, in fact baseline for Lawn to work with. They lead by 6 still. Polo to Shelley. Ajay. Body away to the bucket, uses a little pivot step beautifully against Palau. Just the hesitation to draw the momentum of Palau towards her, create the space to be able to pivot towards the bucket. Hold the brink now. Finger over. Oh, uses the glass. I'm not sure I heard a shout back, but we'll give her the benefit of the doubt, and 2 points is 2 points. Polo hands it off to Romay. Oh, Sherry locks out the defense. Wonderful post positioning. Just sealed her on her back. Pivots and drop steps. For the easy score. Play little big game, but throws it away. Paget. Shelley into the low post. Margariti gets the score, and just like that, Lawn's lead is out to double digits. And almost a perfect replay of how the second quarter started. I'm sure the fans in Skio are cheering the French team on. Girona do not win this game. Skio will take the final quarter-final berth in EuroLeague Women. Palau is fouled by Shelley at the free throw line. Palau will head to the charity stripe for free throws. Look at the replay. And she gets the ball a little bit, but I think she follows through and hits the wrist. Zingarova will head to the bench for Girona. So seeing Fotukes come back in for Blonde. Palau hits the first of her 2. 10-time league winner, 5-time cup winner in Spain, 2-time EuroLeague women's winner. Been 7 years though since she's won it. She'd love to win another one. Girona back to their 2-2-1 zone press. Margariti, Polo. Inside, this is going to be an easy score, and it doesn't get any easier as the Girona defense just collapses. And that's the first time I've seen their zone press just completely self-destruct on Lawn. At the moment, looking a little bit tired, a little bit leggy, not moving as crisply and smoothly and quickly as maybe you would like. Aldebrink drives inside, left-hand scoop shot off the glass is no good. What a great bit of work to bat that one back. Palau saying it hit the ring. The official saying nope, it hit the backboard, it didn't hit the ring. So that will be a shot clock violation. Timeout's been called here. I think by Lawn. Let's have a look at the replay. Did it hit the ring? Nope, it didn't. That's a great call by the officials and the timekeeper. Not an easy job being the shot clock operator on the officials' table. And we'll see it from a long way away. Let's jump into the Girona huddles, hear what they have to say.
Closer to our best, okay? One is playing one-on-one, the others are looking. No, it's concentration. We don't know what's going on with the shot clock. Someone gets alone so easy. 1v1. Always someone doesn't know what's going on. No more using 1v1. But it's our thing. Okay? Only individual defense and when you go in physical situation. But it's concentration. And nothing. Use a foul before giving an easy layup or an easy action. Come on!
Certainly not at the stages of panic stations for Girona just yet, but I'm sure Coach Jules Bay is more than aware that his team can't really afford to let this long lead extend much further. It's out to 10 points now. Really, Girona need to keep them in striking distance to try and make a move in the fourth quarter. A little over 5 minutes still to play in the third, though, so an absolutely ton of time on the game clock for them to work with. Vacinovic into the corner. Rami hits the three from the corner. That is a big shot. So ties the game-high lead for Long. 13 points, and the foul's going to be called. Is it on Flores? No, it's not. It's going to be on Labuschagne. Up the offensive foul on the illegal screen. I presume it's that left arm being hooked in. And it's going to be called this time on Burke. The crowd don't like the call. Coach Jules Bay doesn't like the call. Have a look at the replay. Absolutely, that's the right call. Complaint with the initial screen that was set, but Burke is blown for the foul. That puts Girona in the penalty now. One to make them pay from the free throw line. Harmon. Lost by Fokux, who kicks it out of bounds. It will be a Girona ball. Comes off the leg of Labuschagne, but it will be a Girona ball as Fokux was the last to knock it out. It goes up and is good. That's a big score for Girona. Graner gets the score. Rome hands it off to Fokux. Back to Rome. Lawrence looks so controlled in the game so far, so relaxed. Oh, that was a nice backdoor pass. Knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Burke. Holland playing with absolutely no pressure on their shoulders, and it's showing. They're playing a nice brand of basketball. It's a good pass. It's a little bit wayward, though. The vision was right. Fokux is knocked to the floor. Jules Bay. 3.7 seconds left on the shot clock for Long now. Can they do anything with it? They're going to have to get something up. They do. Vacinovic gets a shot away, and it wasn't bad considering how much pressure she was under from the shot clock on the defense. Mendy throws it away. The crowd are starting to get a bit frustrated. Billy Mendy. You can almost feel the anxiety and the nerves increasing in the arena. As the game progressing, as Lond manages to hold this lead over Girona, the fans become a little bit more restless. Wasn't what they were expecting. I think they were expecting a bit more of a party night as they saw their team qualify for the quarterfinals. Vacinovic into the corner. Oh, beautiful form on the shot from Margariti, and she gets the score. Game high again. 13-point lead for Lorne. That one's kicked out. Burke for three. She's come up short. Rebound pulled down by Vacinovic, stolen away by Burke though. Foul's going to be called on Harmon. It's a smart foul by Gillian Harmon. If he hadn't fouled then, it'll either been a 2-point score, easy score for Burke, or it could have even been a sportsmanlike foul called upon her. Yet it will just be sideline possession for Girona. Rauho comes back in. Kennedy Burke gets a rare break. Harmon will come out for Lawn as well, as we see Cedar Abega come in. I don't think there's any coincidence we see that change when Burke exits the game. Flores now hands it off. Baseline drive and just pure upper body and core strength from Flores. Just decided that the baseline lane was hers. No one was taking it away. Just muscled away to the bucket for the score. Margariti goes inside, has to come out though into the corner. The shot's no good. Kasinovic goes for the rebound, but that one is dragged down by Ida Abega. Sorry, it's Dramer. Has been called. Paget. Flores looks to fight her way to the bucket again. Yeah, easy call for the officials as Paget's hands almost slapping Flores across the face as she drives to the bucket. Flores back at the line as both teams are now in the penalty. Horned have outscored Girona 19-13 so far. Make that, yeah, still 19-13 in this third quarter. They'll hold a 10-point lead. Oh, stolen away, just good hands, read the handle well. Lamer. Out to the wing to Flores behind the back. Beautiful handle. Can't get the score. That will be a long ball as Labuskine knocks it out of bounds. Again, trying to apply a little bit of pressure, not too much, and for me I think they need to go back to that. They need to go back to a full court press, slow Lawn down, force them to play half court offense in a more structured way. Shot goes up from range, no good. Oh, what a rebound in amongst the trees. What a rebound. That is for Margariti. The putback score. No real defense offered on that second chance opportunity. Flores now in a shape for the jumper, comes inside instead. Good move to the basket, but the foul's going to be called, I think, on Margariti. Some changes back into the action is Gardner and Palau. Labuskine is no good with the first free throw, and it's certainly one of the very few areas maybe you would consider it to be a weakness for Labuskine. That's 1 from 4 on the game tonight from the free throw line. Games that are this important and this tight. Important free throw shooting. Great hand by Palau. Veteran getting into the passing lanes. Girona will slow things down. Mendy now looks to throw it back. Stolen away for Cooks. Will get the easy score. in transition, and it's just every time that Lens get a score like that, you feel the air being sucked out of the arena as the hopes of Girona start to hang by a thread here into the final minute of the third quarter now. And Lens hold a 13-point lead. Girona's dreams of making it through to the quarterfinals of EuroLeague Women are dangling. Let's jump into their huddle, hear what Coach Julbe has to say.
But you always do your part of the thing, okay? Magali, you defend Cherie if she's busting up. I don't want Rebecca. Yes, I know you can guard, but I prefer this. I prefer Magali defending the free, okay? And nothing easy. Nothing easy. Concentration, okay?
Simple message from Coach Julbe, give up nothing easy. They can't have any more easy scores. And there's your answers. Lens scoring 16 points in the paint this quarter. And I'm almost certain it's near impossible to win a game if you run along at that rate of giving up those points in the paint. What can Girona do? They trail by 13 into the final minute of the third quarter now. He hands it off to Gardner. Players like Gardner that are going to have to light it up now. Ball comes back out. Shot from range is no good. Rebound pulled down. Handed over to Fokux. Dinovic hands it off to Shali. Back to Fokux just about. Got clock down to 11. Wanted the roll, but slow from Cida Abega. Cherie from outside. Oh, that's a killer shot as the shot clock expires. A game-high lead for Lens. 15 points they have over Girona as the third quarter clock expires and the buzzer sounds. What a quarter from the French team, outscoring their Spanish hosts 25-14, silencing the crowd and putting some serious nerves into the Girona roster. Girona at the third quarter 49, Lens 64. Another impressive quarter from Lens, and it's going to take a Herculean effort in this final quarter if Girona are going to come away with the absolute must-need win. So far, their highest scoring quarter was the second quarter, and they only scored 18 points. They're going to probably need to score north of 30 points in this final quarter if we're realistic. They have it in them. They certainly historically and on paper have the talent in their roster to have a 30-35 point quarter. There's no two ways about that, with the likes of Gardner and Burke in the team. Razingarova can warm up, that's for sure. But are they able to put it down now under the pressure with only 10 minutes to play? Lens ready to spoil the party here in Girona. Nothing to play for Lens. But they have come in and put in an impressive performance. Credit goes to Coach Barin and coaching staff. They've got the team motivated for this game. Sometimes difficult to do so in a dead rubber like this one. But I'm sure they'd love to leave EuroLeague women competition this year on a high. And at the moment, that's what Lens look like they're going to do. Fourth quarter action underway here, the final game of Group B, EuroLeague Women. And Girona, their hopes of staying alive in EuroLeague Women, hanging by a thread. They trail by 15. Make that 18 points. What an opening to the final quarter. As we see Cida Abega drain the big shot. Zingarova quickly gets a two, and that's the pace that Girona are going to have to play at. Remember, Girona win, they qualify for the quarterfinals. They lose, and the Italian team Schio will head to EuroLeague Women quarterfinals. I'm sure there's plenty of Lawn fans in Italy right now on the edge of their seats, particularly anyone that's associated with the Schio team. They're enjoying what Lawn are doing at the moment. I would say that Schio are favourites to be in the quarterfinals right now. Strong move to the bucket. Foul's going to be called on Rozingarova. As Fotux heads to the hardwood. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. 16-point lead for Long. Fotux 12 points personal. 4 of the 5 players on the floor for Long in double digits. Sherry with 12. Fotux with 13 now. Margariti with 13. Rumai with 12. Sida Abega too short of double digits. She's only got 8. But what a team performance this is from Lawn here today. Allowed. Great defense once again by Lawn. At some point, clock management's going to come into it. Margariti, he goes a little early. Maybe it's a bit early to be talking about clock management. That pass is a little bit too hot for Rebecca Gardner to hold on to. So that will be a turnover. But Julbe under pressure. Got anything up his sleeve. Turn this game around. If he has, he's going to have to do it soon. I'm Lawn. I'm slowing the game down now. Four seconds on the shot clock. A 3 from Fotux, no good. Rebound pulled down by Gardner. Allow. Skipped it. To the hands of Elderbrink. No good. Rebound down by Margariti. Lond, it's already into time management. Smart play by Fotux. Slow the game down. Baseline drive into the corner, wide open. Sida Abega in and out. Rebound pulled down once again by Gardner. That's her second board of the night. She looks to go coast to coast. Will draw the foul. The first foul of the quarter on Lawn. Be a sideline possession for Girona. Multiple changes here for Lawn as we see Fotux, Sida Abega head to the bench. Back into the action comes Paget. Also see Kolo come back in, as does Shali. The low post. Zingarova now looking to go to work against Kolo. Doesn't get the score. Good defense by Mariana Kolo. It's stolen away though. They're the kind of mistakes that Lawn can't afford, particularly if Gardner is in the mood to punish you that way. That is a big shot. And is this the time for Gardner to take over the game? She would write herself a piece of history here in Girona if she could win this one for her team. Steals it away, another big play from the American. Out of the races, Rozingarova gets the score. Surely Coach Balen is going to call a timeout. I think if there's one more score, she would. The deficit drops down to near 10. Will be forced into the timeout. Vermey has got the free throw line. Jumper draws the foul from Elderbrink. Oh, and the noise in the crowd is just silenced in an instant. Elderbrink fouls Vermey. As she pulls up for the jumper. Can't quite see from that replay. Didn't quite show us where the foul was, but Romay draws the foul. Will head to the free throw line for the bonus. And all that momentum that Girona have built is quickly sucked away. As we see Shari head out of the game. Tasinovic come back in. Along they really have rotated their roster unbelievably during this game. They've used all 10 players that they have kitted up. All 10 players getting minutes. Allow now. There has to be a little bit of urgency from Girona. They can't really run a usual half-court offense. Allow uses her experience to draw the foul from Ramey. It just draws the body contact, and Allow knew she wasn't even going to get a chance at an easy score there, so just made sure the foul was forthcoming. She'll head to the free throw line for shots. Yet to score from the field tonight, Gaia Palau. 5 points have come from the free throw line. That's 6. Long, their lead trims down to just 13. Here comes the pressure, and that's what pays dividends. That's what I was talking about, but they've given it away into the hands of Ramey. She hands it off. Tolo is going to get called. Sorry, going to draw the foul off Razingarova. And every time Girona are able to pull out a big play, they undo all that good work by committing one of the cardinal sins, giving up possession. Tolo will head to the free throw line. Razingarova fouls out of the game. Is that the last we will see of her in EuroLeague Women this season? Could this be the last game we see both these teams playing in EuroLeague Women this season? It feels like it's heading that way. Elderbring for 3. No good. Gardner with the long rebound. She seems to be the key for Girona. Get the ball in her hand. Let her go to work. In and out with that attempt, though. We need to try and help her create some space, increase the percentage chances of her scoring. Nice double team. Smart play, really, by Harmon. Just slow the game down, run the shot clock down. That will remain long ball. Ajay get knocked away. Harmon is fouled. A foul on Girona. That one will be on the floor though, so no free throws as Araujo called for the foul. An easy call for the officials, just looking around and slapping the arm. Dinovic. Harmon. Got clock at 10. Harmon fading away. That's a tough shot. Polo fighting hard for the rebound with Labuskine. Out at the races. Palau tries the circus shot, no good. And you have to admire Palau. She knows that time is against them. They need to put some more tempo into their offense. They need to force it a little bit if they're to fight their way back into this. And remember, all is on the line for Girona. They lose and they're out. Harmon drives inside. Nice jump stop. No good with the little short-range jumper, though. Comes up a little bit heavy-handed. Gardner, little shake, reverse layup, and that's what I'm talking about. That's, if I'm Girona, if I'm Coach Julbe, it's work with Gardner. She's the one that can score. She's the one that can score in a hurry. As long as you give her isolation, as long as you help her create a little bit of separation, she'll get you a high percentage chance. Dinovic now. A little bit flat, and this is the problem for Long. When you start time managing so early in a game, your offense starts to stutter, it starts to almost conk out, and that's what's happening. They're not seeing their offense producing what they want it to right now. Could be one of their lowest scoring quarters of the game. That's not a problem as long as we continue to see Girona throw the ball away like that. Smart play by Lawn, though. Just run the clock. Take a shot. Still the last 5-6 seconds of the shot clock, unless it's an easy one. Polo goes a little early. Get it to go, and it'll be a Girona possession. Polo knocks it out. What can Girona do? They trail by 13, under 4 minutes to play. If they left themselves too much of a mountain to climb, it's in the hands of the right player now. With Gardner. Got the mismatch she wants. She steps back for the jumper and she nails the jumper. That is a big shot by Rebecca Gardner as she continues to try and take her team on her back. She's up to 13 points personal, just the 2 there. Lawn continue to try and run the clock out, and they've thrown it away. Gardner picks it up, hands it away for the transition bucket. They get the score. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Balen as she sees her team's lead sliced away. Down to just a 9-point lead, Lawn, now. And that's the problem with time management. You lose your flow, you lose your offensive rhythm, and mistakes like that happen. The steal from Gardner, the transition bucket for Flores. And just as you see it, 9 points is the margin with a little over 3 minutes to go. Let's jump into the Lawn huddle, hear what Coach Balen has to say. Almost trying to restart the car there, Coach Balen. Saying, look, yes, we need to manage time, but we need to continue to run through our offense, be determined and committed to the offense to make sure we come out with the win here today. And a little over 3 minutes to play, and that's not what Coach Balen would have wanted. The steal straight away and the easy score, and this is an unbelievable situation. What looked like a mountain for Girona to climb continues to reduce. Another steal. Gardner, Flores steps in, long 2, comes up short, gets her own rebound. Another miss though. Shali brings the rebound down for Lawn. The nerves now for Lawn. Can they close this game out? They lead by just 7 points. 2 minutes and 40 to play. This one almost looked dead and buried, but Girona resuscitated the game back to life. Vasinovic turns it over. Burke, Euro step, doesn't get the score. The follow is good though. Palau with the score. They trail by just 5. What a comeback from Girona. They look dead and buried. The crowd in the arena are on their feet now. The noise levels are going through the roof. Margariti. Short range 2 is good, and that will settle some French nerves. Their lead back up to 7, but Girona still in the ascendancy. They need to keep their tempo high. The passion and motivation needs to stay high. Under 2 minutes to play. Flores to Araujo. No good. Rebound off the hands. Think of Tasinovic, so it will remain Girona ball. We'll get a fresh 14 on the shot clock to work with. That could have been given either way on that slow-mo. Not easy to call it in real time, though, in a game of this pace. "100 seconds left on the clock. What do Girona have? Into the hands of the hot hand, Rebecca Gardner. Spin move, pulls up, mid-range 2, no good. The defense was great. She grabs her own rebound though. Kicks it back out. The long 3 is no good. The battle for the boards is tenacious. And Lawn come out with the rebound. They've thrown it away. Gardner picks up another steal and an easy score. 1 minute 15 to play. Lorne lead down to 5 again. Stolen away. Oh, almost stolen away. That time it was Araujo with the quick hands. Gardner couldn't quite hold on to the loose ball. Lorne will take possession on the sideline. Coach Balen is cruising to the upset, to the party-pooping win here. Almost stolen away. Potux hands it to Shali, dumps it inside. Margariti, no good, goes again and gets the score. Time after time, Riga Margariti has been the answer for Lorne here this evening. 17 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double for the Swedish player. Gardner now looking to line up. Paget kicks it out, the long three comes up way short. Dramer fighting on the floor for it. A jump ball is going to be called. That will favour Girona. Girona will have 14 seconds, 41.4 seconds left on the game clock. Lorne lead by 7. Girona's hopes of progressing in EuroLeague Women this season hang in the balance. Almost loses the handle. Flores puts up a tough shot. Is it going to roll? It's not. The battle continues in the paint, and it'll be a long ball on the baseline. Every second that passes, the Spanish hopes fade. And the fans of Skio, I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat, if not on your feet right now, cheering on Lorne. They pick up the win. Skio will pick up that last quarter-final position. Timeout has been called by Coach Barin. Let's jump into her huddle, see how she's going to get the French team over the line and cause the upset here in Girona.
Their decision to put the ball in play there or here. If it's full court, we go run and jump. Okay, they're looking for the basket average, it's 9 points. Then, if it's here, open play, strong defense, and good rebound. It's, boxing out and right until the last moment.
At this stage of the game, it's interesting. You're dealing with one offense. That's all that a coach will ask for at this stage of the game. They're talking about one offense at a time. Girona need the stop, they need the score, and they need to do it quickly. 36 seconds left on the game clock. They trail by 7. It's still doable. That amount of time is a huge amount of time in basketball as Lorne choose to progress the ball. 28.2 seconds left, in fact, sorry. Plenty of time, though, for Girona, but they'll need to probably foul almost straight away. Go for the steal, give it a second, and then foul. They're not going to foul. Interesting. They're going to let Lorne run the clock, and they've lost 5 seconds off the clock. If they were going to foul, they should have fouled earlier. Araujo is going to get called for the foul. That will send Lorne to the free throw line. Problem you have when you play a team like Lorne, they're very good from the free throw line. 84.6% in tonight's game so far. But Hoops herself is 82% across the season. By Cursor, and she misses the first. You need to sometimes remind yourself, though, that Marlene Fotoux is just 20 years of age. So much already in such a young career. The second, Lorne out to 8-point lead. Girona don't have time to spare. Gardner now, crossover, finds the space, gets to the bucket, too heavy, rebound pulled down by Margariti, and is that enough? Will that be the end of Girona's EuroLeague women's season? It feels like it might. It will be. Oh, what a shock we've had here in Spain tonight. Girona exit EuroLeague women's, losing 70-78 against Lorne. The Italian fans of Schio will be going mad right now, jumping around, enjoying the news that's broken that their team, even though they've not played tonight, has secured that final quarter-final place in EuroLeague women's this season. Both these teams here, though, their European encounters are not over. they will head to Euro Cup quarterfinals. Final result here in Spain, Girona 70, Lens 78. What a game. It looked like it was going to peter out as Lens hold a commanding lead going into the last few minutes, but Girona eventually turned up. They found some real steel in that final quarter and battled really hard to come away with the win, but it just wasn't enough. There's some of the stats for you. Points in the paint, heavily reliant on points in the paint tonight. Girona, their perimeter game was non-existent, whereas for Lens, they were able to balance the scoring almost perfectly from inside and outside the paint, and some seriously disappointed faces on the Spanish team. Whilst there's plenty of smiles on the players in blue from France, the Lens players have spoiled the party here in Girona. They really have. The expectation was that this was going to be a party night as Girona secured their spot in the quarter-finals, but despite all the work from players like Rebecca Gardner, it's going to be upset here in Spain and celebrations in Italy. Both these teams now, Europe isn't over this season for them. They'll finish 5th and 6th in their group, which means that they will move across to the quarterfinals of Euro Cup Women's. Still a chance to walk away with European silverware. We would have bet against either of them claiming Euro Cup Women this season. With regards to EuroLeague Women, this is the end of the road this season for both of these teams. Their final action on the floor in this competition. What a game to exit on, particularly for Lens. Some big performances. Regan Margariti with 17 points, 11 rebounds, securing her double-double with an efficiency score of 27. Phenomenal from her. 14 points for Marine Futux. 15 points for Sarah Romy, and 12 points for Kenja Shari. As for Girona, just 3 players in double digits. Rebecca Gardner leading the way, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and unbelievably 5 steals for her. Flores had 14 points and 3 rebounds, and Mazingarova had 12 points and 2 rebounds. Not the way the Spanish team will have wanted it to go here this evening. As I said, they will have had a party on their mind as we watch some of the highlights from the closing stages of the game. That party has been well and truly spoilt by Lens. They walk away with the win. That moves Lens to a 7-7 record. Girona also sit on a 7-7 record. Means Girona will finish in 5th place, whilst Lens will finish in 6th. Galatasaray in 7th and Gdansk in 8th.
Hola, Laia, bona nit.
Bona nit, què tal?
Com estàs? Escolta'm, 70-78 davant d'aquest Landes, que ha guanyat els 4 partits després de festes de l'Eurolliga, tot i que ha perdut potencial. Han estat molt superiors a vosaltres?
Home, molt superiors no, perquè els molt superiors haguessin perdut de 20, però sí que jo crec que físicament jo crec que hi ha hagut una qüestió de ritme important, que nosaltres fa molts dies que no juguem competició europea, hi ha hagut aquest peron, no ens oblidem que des de cap d'any aquest equip ha canviat molt i que nosaltres estem encara trobant una mica el que ha de ser el nostre equip. Per tant, avui no han sortit gaire bé les coses, elles han estat molt sòlides i jo crec que amb un nivell de notació bastant elevat i bueno, hem començat a tenir dubtes i no hem estat bé, sobretot en defensa, jo crec.
Us aneu cap als quarts de final de la Eurocup. Aquests dies hi ha hagut molt debat, L'un hi ha d'anar a jugar contra el Yekaterinburg a l'Eurolliga o d'anar a intentar guanyar l'Eurocup. Al final ja sabem cap a quina eliminatòria us toca.
Bueno, és que tots aquests dies els debats és una cosa vostra de la gent externa. Nosaltres avui hem sortit a guanyar el partit, el que passa és que no està en les nostres mans decidir si es guanya o no es guanya. Ja heu vist que aquest grup és un grup que ha tingut molta igualtat en tots els equips, o sigui, aquestes ties han guanyat equips que nosaltres hem perdut i així totes. Avui hem fet un molt bon partit, nosaltres no hem tingut el millor dia, està clar, i bueno, la competició ens ha posat en el lloc, que és no ser de les millors 8 d'Europa, que hagués sigut un honor, jo crec, per aquest club i per aquest equip, però ara ens espera una Eurocup amb opcions també per competir un altre títol, seguir jugant i bueno, la nostra missió aquest any és intentar aconseguir el màxim de títols.
L'última, Laia, avui també ens hauria agradat veure, per exemple, Céline Domer, que repetia el duel de la primera volta, aquell duel tan fantàstic entre dues jugadores mítiques del bàsquet europeu. Laia Palau ja és la que més partits ha jugat de l'Eurolliga, evidentment la que més assistències ha repartit. No sé si és molt aviat per dir-te si aquests números en la màxima competició continental es queden aquí o encara hi ha possibilitat de seguir-los engreixant.
Ja saps que a mi m'agrada molt jugar a la rateta i que no et penso contestar aquesta pregunta fins que acabi la temporada i vegi què vull fer l'any que ve.
Doncs tant de bo que et decideixis pel sí. Gràcies, Laia.
Merci, adeu, adeu.
Ja està. Sí.